And the business went along so good that the tow company, I would go over to the tow company once a week and bid their auctions to try to get cars for the wrecking yard. And when I went over there, it was like going into a meat grinder. Just stuff was always happening. Things were, everything was people running around doing stuff. And I was like, oh man, I'm so glad I'm out in Calm Abbeys, They had some problems at the tow company. The manager of the tow company didn't notice that the assistant, he was kind of a glorified salesman. The assistant manager was running the place and stealing and blind, they were stealing cars. They got in cahoots with a constable, and they got so far as they were taking orders for cars. The constable would go find the cars and tow them, and the assistant manager would hide the cars in the yard. If you have a yard with 1,000 cars in it, it's hard to find one. And the police come and look and couldn't find him, and then he moved the paperwork around and pretend like he was lien processing it and send it to the wrong address, and then sell the car to himself and then sell it to the crooks that wanted the car. And the FBI got involved. It was a big stolen car ring theft, and they towed for the police. And the Vernon Ed didn't know anything about it, and the manager had didn't know anything about it. So Vern called me in and said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to ask you to do something. I want you to come and work at the tow company." And I said, "Not a chance. I've been this meat grinder. I'm happy over here." He said, Vern says, "No, I need you. We really need you. We have this problem, and I need to have someone we can trust." I said, "Oh man, I don't think I could do it. It's so complicated." He says, "You can do it. You can do it." And so he says, "The pay is this," and it was like twice as much as I was making. "But you have to give me a 5-year commitment." And I said, "Well, I'll try my best then if you think I can do it." And as soon as they made me the manager, they fired the other manager because the agreement they made with the FBI, the Las Vegas Police Department, was they'd get rid of all those people, and they fired all, there were just like 4 or 5 drivers that were the stealing drivers. And we kept our account with the police department. The worst thing was all the news stations like Channel 8 and Channel 3 and Channel 13, they'd come over there and film our trucks going in and out, try to interview our drivers and say, "Hey, there's big thefts involved here, you're still doing it." And that, for the first year I was there, the business took a big dip. There was no one would call us for a tow because they thought everybody was crooks there. And then so we went and did all the police tows and towed out. But the news, every time a court date was something, news would come over and try to interview everybody. And so I figured out how to, they would be out by the gate train, and I'd go out there and I'd say, "This is the property line right here." And they filming me, and I said, "No, you're not going to film me." "Oh, if you hurt the camera, you'll have to pay for it." "I'm not going to hurt the camera." I'd turn my back and I'd say, "I doubt if your producer is going to put my back on the news." And so I kept my back and just kept walking around backwards in front of the camera, blocking. Pretty soon they gave up. And so it really was I ran it alone for quite a long time, and I said, "I need an assistant manager." And we got an assistant manager, and he was a guy that'd been there quite a long time as a dispatcher, and he didn't work. And then I got another assistant manager, he didn't work. And I said, and they were telling me who to get, and I said, "Can I pick my own assistant manager?" And they said, "Oh, I guess." And I said, "I want that guy right there." His name was Collins. "That young guy?" And I said, "Yeah, he's a retired Air Force," but I had seen him work with the other drivers, and they all kind of did what he said because he made sense. And so 6 months, Vern says, "Oh, he's too young. He'll never be any good." I said, "Well, you said I could pick. Okay, 6 months later, Vern said, "Where did you get that guy? He's a wonderful guy." Kind of forgot that he didn't like him because he was too young. But he really did a great job, and it all came together. And so I was there quite a long time, over 10 years, and it was I don't know whether I had more fun at Abby's or more fun at the tow company, because the tow company was kind of like Abby's, but I don't know, a lot more responsibility. I probably put more years on my life at the tow company, and I had more fun at Abby's. But and there are parts of the tow company that I really loved. One of the ones I really loved was auctioneering, when I auctioned the cars and the people would pick up. We had a lot of fun with that, and it was fun because of the people, because of the employees and the group we had. But after I was at the tow company 7 or 8 years, and we started making all our goals and doing all our stuff, and I had a big staff. We got taken over by a big company, and they couldn't believe how few people we had working there. And they said, "You got to beef up your staff because you're doing too much spark." And I was. I finally learned how to delegate, and that was a lot of fun in those days. Near the end,